look at when he was in, wasn't he with the Steelers last season or
Patriots.
last season? Patriots. Oh, look at what went on. Supposedly out on a boat and partying and whatever else. Last season when it came out, wasn't it?
I think you're thinking of the Love Boat with Brian McKinney and.
No.
Welcome to Skol Chat with Skota. We are a chat group created by four guys who are a blended family, not only through the traditional familial means, but also for the love of the game, specifically for our favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings. We won't claim to be professionals, nor will we cover a lot of stats unless it is specific to the topics we'll be discussing. We are just four fans who get together to basically discuss all aspects of the team, from games, training, releases, signings, and the overall organization itself. Our name is derived from two of us who currently reside in Minnesota, and two of whom reside deep within Packer territory. This is not our livelihood, as we, like many of you, have busy lives, and what we hope to obtain are additions to our blended family by having you become a part of it. We have room to add a couple of you at a time during our errands and would like you to join us in our chat. As with any family, there will be happy times and sad times to be discussed and experienced. Although the game may only last a season, the desire for the game and the team is year-long. If you want to join us, please hit the subscribe button, follow us on YouTube, and give us either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on your experience, and leave us a comment. If you'd like to join us during the show, contact us at the email link provided below.
Welcome to Skol Chat 38. This week, we're going to talk about some possible trade targets. There's some names that have been thrown out around the league that have been linked to the Vikings. We're going to go over the updated top 30 list that we found, I think, and then we'll close out the show with our fourth mock draft, or fourth or fifth, depending on how quick it goes.
Wow.
We also, before we get too far, if you like what you hear and what you see, maybe more what you hear, like, subscribe. We also have stuff on Spotify, and occasionally upload shorts onto YouTube and on Instagram. So check us out there. Just search Skol Chat. And we have the Return of the Memes Redo Part 2, which is redundant, but I like it. So, and sometimes when I'm searching for these football memes, like they'll just have like a random meme thrown in there. And this is one of those random ones. Your mom walks into your room without knocking. Dressed as the Lorax in the shower. I don't understand what's going on there.
Like, get into it.
Here's another one that's kind of with this is Lincoln before the play. This play is going to be lit.
Oh, man.
I don't know. These were mixed in with the football memes. Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I wonder how that play turned out.
Yeah.
You know, guys, when they get together, sometimes like they can just sit there and just like be silent. That's them hanging out, not talking, watching a show, watching the football game.
Yeah.
You know, just dudes can literally just sit around and name old sports players and have the best time. So here's the test. Who are these players?
Wow.
No idea.
One of them son is currently one of them their son is playing for the Arizona Cardinals. The receiver for the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, darn it.
Should be rolling right off the frickin' top.
Yeah, so Peyton Manning to the right, number 18. Then we got Marvin Harrison, whose son is the receiver for the Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. And Edgerrin James is the running back. I think he played for, was it Florida State in college? But this is probably 2000, 2001, because Edgerrin James didn't play. I think he played for 4 or 5, maybe 6 years tops with the Colts. I just thought it was funny just because it's true. Guys can just talk about or sit there or talk about just random things and be entertained. And so I just like to point out or just pick on random teams in the NFL, but here's one. A Steelers fan. Billy's parents are brother and sister. And and I got one more here. It's actually so we remember this when Anthony Barr tackled Aaron Rodgers and broke his collarbone. And this is kind of like this is what we remember, but this is what it actually looked like. What's this here? And so you're supposed to look at the top right corner, which I got it blocked. But then it says bottom right one. It says bottom left corner up in the top. And then you're supposed to look at Aaron Rodgers' left hand. And then you look, so now we get to punch you in the shoulder. So you just have to punch yourself. All right, that's all I had. Just kind of fun stuff. We can get into trade talks. I think the big name that I would be more interested in trading for would be Dexter Lawrence. He demanded a trade from the Giants, a defensive tackle. They'd probably have to give up at least a second-round pick, and it'd be a high dollar salary to get him because he'd obviously want a new contract if he signed with the Vikings.
Yeah, sounds like he's going to be with the Giants, though. I mean, they have many different talks on where he's going to be. The Ravens, the Chiefs, the Bears, the Titans.
Yeah, I saw the Bears thrown out there quite a bit, but there's also been, there's been a few ties to the Vikings, which I don't know of any reason why he'd pick the Vikings over another team.
Yeah, no concrete, evidence that he's going to, that he's got anything going with us.
Yeah, we'd have to get creative because we have, what, $4 million in cap space, almost $5 million, but that's just pretty much enough to sign the draft picks.
Well, the bottom line is, second round, but it's not going to be just a second round pick. It's going to probably end up being another added pick. And besides that, he's 31 years old, isn't he? 30, 31?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on the age. I didn't look at his stats before this. Well, I mean, like some people are proposing a second round pick and then the fifth round pick, and that could get him. And again, if he is 31, I mean, defensive tackles, I mean, they're not really rushing the quarterback. That's not their main focus. It's just stopping the run. And this is the run plug that you were talking about in the past podcast.
28.
He's 28, so
28.
Yeah, not 30 yet. Defensive tackles played till they're older. Pat Williams played till he was almost 38.
Damn near.
Near.
I thought he was 27, so that was.
But the bottom line is, okay, fine, second and fifth, but do the Vikings really want to give up them picks? Because they got too many holes to fill. They don't have hardly anybody, like if you take a look at the secondary, there's hardly anybody there behind the so-called starters. And in the money, what is he getting paid now? It's something like 21 mil a year. So he's the 15th, ranked 15 in pay among defensive tackles. So he's going to be asking for 25 mil or better, So it'd be great. Okay, just throw a second rounder and get, late round pick back for him. But, the thing is, I can't really see the Vikings only right now got 8 picks for the draft, and the second rounder could get him a pretty decent running back or, a D lineman, so that they wouldn't have to pay millions for right off the bat, So I don't know, guys. That's my opinion. It'd be great, if he was gravy added on, somewhere along the line.
Well, yeah, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I wish they never would have traded Harrison Phillips, and they instead of signing. I mean, that's why they traded him is because they signed Hargrave and what's his name?
And look they were washed up pretty much. Well, except for Allen, he didn't do too bad, but still, they thought they had 2 top line linemen, but it wasn't until the end of the season.
They were only ranked 10th in rush defense, so they weren't that bad off. It was just the Ravens game and the Chargers game where they were really gashed.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's just a matter of it's just, is it worth it, right? The Vikings think they can draft a defensive tackle that can be as good as Dexter Lawrence at some point in his career. Could be a lower salary. Or they'll probably do it. It's pretty deep defensive tackle draft. And again, and we're going to talk about a few other players here. We can kind of move on. But of all these players, there's one other player that I think actually might make sense, and that's Kenny Moore, the corner for the Colts. So he's requested a trade, and the Colts said they'd shop for a trade for him. And right when it was announced, Isaiah Rodgers, who was a teammate with him for a couple of years, posted again on the social media, and it kind of got people talking how, oh yeah, it'd be a good fit, and there might be a connection there. But again, like him, I mean, he's projected to be a $30 million, which, for what, 2-3 years for $30 million?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I mean, they need cornerback depth because they're kind of thin right now, but is it worth it? So
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I guess it all depends how the Vikings themselves rate the draft prospects coming in, so it's tough.
Yeah, I
It'd be a
think
different story if it was last season where we had all this, where the Vikings had all that money, that they could spend, but
well, that's what they say, that trades and free agents are for teams that can't draft well. And that's kind of the only reason why I'm looking at this. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, because their track record the past 4 or 5 years with drafting, has not been the greatest. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I'd be, I don't know, I'd be interested in that if I were the Vikings, possibly bringing in Kenny Moore if it's a friendly contract.
Friendly
And again,
contract. And what round did they say that would have to give up for the trade? Well, I guess what are the Colts actually asking for? Is it a first round, second round, or what?
well, that's just it. You never know because these are just media reports, and if the team says, "Hey, we want this," without and they make it public, then they don't really have leverage, or and the player doesn't have leverage.
No.
But Kenny Moore, I guess I didn't know he was as old. He's 31, going to be 31 before the season starts, and I know that he tweaked his Achilles. He had an Achilles strain. I don't know if it was last year or the year before.
No, that is too much, and for his age, I know some corners are pretty good still in their early, but I don't think so. I would, it'd be nice with the experience and everything, but in the track record, but at this point in time, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think now that I know that is how old he was, the way the trade reports, or like the reports I was reading, like it never mentioned his age, but they're talking like he was a high end corner. But after looking more into the details, it's like, well, maybe he's not as good as they've been kind of talking it up.
What do you think, John?
Hello. We say we're so tight on everything.
I mean, it could be they say they could be had for a late round pick. And I don't know how true this is. And again, this is using AI, the co-pilot search or whatever the heck it is. It's saying the Vikings offered a 6th round pick. And again, this always pulls a bunch of crap.
It does.
Like it might not even be the right thing. It might just see the name more and pull it into the results.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that he's 31 and he's a corner, I don't think that's a good choice. And then of course, Diggs and a chain are still being thrown out there. The trading for Diggs or for the running back for the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins say they're not going to trade him, but they're being linked as possible trade target or destinations for the Vikings. Just because he played for the Vikings in the past, that's the only reason why Diggs is being mentioned, but there's no way they'd bring him back. There's no way Diggs would want to be a third string wide receiver.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't take that.
No, we don't need the headache back.
Look at when he was in, wasn't he with the Steelers last season or
Patriots?
last season? Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what went on. Supposedly out on a boat and partying and whatever else. Last season when it came out, wasn't it?
I think you're thinking of the Love Boat with Brian McKinney and.
No. There was.
Recent, you're saying?
Yeah, it was like last season when he got signed by the Patriots.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there's I don't think it's what was it?
I thought it had to do with him on the boat with 2 or 3 women. There was something that was mentioned about something on the boat there that he had, Anyway, but it was brought up on other podcasts early last season after he signed, last year. So it was brought up. It was mentioned about his activities or whatever.
Yeah, he is supposedly stole a Ferrari and then had a dispute with his former chef, And then litigation related to defamation, extortion claims from previous associates and partners. So yeah, I don't think there's an assault. I can't find it that, that's what it didn't return that, but there's other legal issues. But
Get the headache.
well, yeah, and that's what I think. We don't need that.
And if he didn't have the outside baggage, hell yeah, he had too much outside baggage.
Give me a minute, guys. I gotta talk to someone here real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for the draft to get here, and so we know what we have on the team and where we're at. Playing all these guessing games right now.
And that's what most of this is. It's just peddling news, and most of it's rumors or stuff. I mean, 3/4 of it's made up.
Yeah.
Just so they can get clicks and stuff.
So much misleading shit.
So, I mean, you don't even know. Again, this is the way the NFL, that's the way it goes, but it's even worse now with social media and AI and.
Yeah, I mean, we truly don't know what they're going to do at that first pick there. And we don't know if they're going to go for the best player, if they're going to go for, specific need.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I haven't seen anything that they put out there specifically stating what we're going to for as far as, opens.
O'Connell's office, they're going to keep all that stuff locked down. I doubt there's going to be anybody trying to call and get any sucker trades. I kind of feel like some of those trades Casey did were sucker trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
unfortunately we were the lollipop.
Yeah. But I guess I can only think of 2 times in recent history where they took just the best player. Didn't think about needs, and that was when they drafted Adrian Peterson, and then they traded. Just talking about all these trades got me to saying trades. They drafted Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Every other year, it's just position that they need. Like when they drafted Lewis Seen, they needed a safety, and they were trying to pair somebody up with Harrison Smith. This year, they need a safety. They need a defensive tackle. They need a center. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, which I'm assuming they're going to pick based off of positional need. But, again, you're going to get a good player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Still in the top, up there at 18.
Which we'll kind of maybe look at. Hopefully, like our mock draft when we get to it's a bit different than what our last one was.
So, on a side note, did you catch that hubbub on that little video of Kyler Murray throwing there, where he kicked his leg like JJ?
Oh no!
Yeah, there were a lot of people commenting just like JJ. Yeah, you should probably pull that up.
Was it in a game or was it just?
No, he was practicing for the Vikings and stuff, and he threw a good ball, but he kicked his leg just like JJ did.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Then I saw somebody posted something like JJ was on the beach throwing a football or something like that, and he didn't kick his leg, and so they're like, oh look, he's fixed his leg kick. The difference between JJ and Kyler is that Kyler has touch on his balls, like when he throws a football, where JJ is struggling. Everything's a fastball, where you can't have that when you're trying to layer throws in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you just Google Kyler Murray leg kick, and it'll give a few videos on it. There's a couple quick ones to show it. There's a 4-minute one. There's a couple 10-second ones and 1-minute ones. Still threw a good ball, but
we go back on we were talking about our safeties. Do you know what they got going on with Dylan Sant?
He's just the most mocked player to the Vikings.
Yeah, they look at replacing Harris Smith, isn't it?
What's what they're looking at? Like if Harrison doesn't come back to play, then it'll be like an immediate, just a plug and play. But if Harrison Smith comes back, it'll be in the mix.
He was planning on it.
What's that?
I thought Harris Smith was planning on it.
I think it's just a thinking process still.
Yeah.
Which it would be nice for the Vikings, for the team to know. But I think as of now, he's technically a free agent. Harrison Smith is.
They released him.
But, it'd be nice to know. I think the Vikings are hoping that Smith will come back. And still they could draft him, the draftee. That way he can learn from the best.
Was this the one, John?
Yeah.
What is that?
Kyler Murray kicking his leg like JJ throw.
Yeah.
When was this taken?
Recently. That's why it was. I saw it last week. I saw them kind of not talking about it, so I pulled up the video.
So is this? Are the Vikings Are they open with?
No, he was just throwing to somebody.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a personal workout. But I mean, that's tough. I mean, because like Dan Marino used to do a leg thing, but that's not like
I know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a good ball. It's just there's a lot of, if you look at the comments and stuff from the people on there, a lot of people comment. I seen one off of Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, there's a slight difference in what he's doing. He's not whipping his leg around, which that's what JJ does. He was whipping his leg, which is causing him to turn his body as he's throwing, which is causing him not to be accurate. Where he's picks up his leg, he's whipping it, but he's not whipping it around. He's not causing his shoulder.
It's a good ball. Look, a good ball. Good catchable ball.
I think what JJ was doing there kind of reminds me of, if you ever saw Holmes when he's out of pocket and he looked like he's about ready to get tackled, and he'll jump up and twist. And
it's like he gallops up or something.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me when JJ does it, and it's like he's trying to make sure he gets over the defender or something, that's what it kind of reminds me of, what he's trying to do, I think. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, be like.
Or that, or he's overthinking it while he's doing it.
Yeah, he's just trying to add rotational power into his throw. Should we go on to the top 30 visit discussion? I know what I'm doing here.
You still earning?
It's just a matter of clicking. Well, the problem is I get so many windows open. And so this was off Minnesota Vikings on SI Sports Illustrated. So I'm going to take that out of there so it's less distracting. But Emmett Johnson, and that's a running back that we talked about. I think we probably drafted him once or twice in one of our mock drafts. He'll probably be a day 3. It says here late day 2 or day 3 pick, which he's versatile, but again, he doesn't have the game-breaking speed. There's Chris Trinidad, Old Dominion, a defensive end. Not much production, only 15 sacks, but I think they're looking at his physical. He's 6'5", 272 pounds, so more in line with Danielle Hunter. So I'm not sure if that's around 3-4 defensive end.
What's his name again?
Chris Trinidad.
What's his name?
Chris Trinidad.
Oh, the edge. Yeah. I'm trying to.
And here's our buddy Scooby.
Scooby just for his name, man.
Yeah, Scooby. So he's going to probably be a UDFA. His instincts and play speed are average, but he's usually in position to compete as a run defender. And then they have Jeff Caldwell, wide receiver, Cincinnati. That last name sounds familiar, but he played his whole career, maybe, I can't remember, but ran a 4.31 40.
Wow.
And then Lincoln Perry, running back, Texas State, day 3 or UDFA. He's only 5'8", 190 pounds. So he's more of like Danny Woodhead. Remember Danny Woodhead with the Patriots? Or Darren Sproles. Yeah. So he's fast.
Yeah, 12
I think, that he's fast. That's one thing he's got going for him. And he can, I guess what I heard from others, that he can wiggle between the tackles and he's got the top end speed. So
sometimes where the guys like they have choppy steps when they run, but they don't really, they're just moving their legs fast or not really moving.
Some passes too. Heck yeah.
Yeah, no, so he can catch out of the backfield too. So he'd be a good third down back.
That would work out well.
He's got choppy steps, but he actually moves. So
yeah.
Actually watched Ted Hurst. A lot of people are talking about him just for the 6'4", 200 pounds, ran a 4.42. I don't know if he runs a complete route tree, like where Addison and Jefferson are technicians in their routes. Like he would be a kind of a project. But again, you can't teach speed and you can't teach size.
Nope. Oh, he's got good hands though.
Does he?
Yeah.
I saw somewhere where he has to work on his concentration. But again, day 2 selection.
Have good hands.
He's a long-legged, vertical-minded wideout with the speed and agility to stress corners from snap to whistle. And there he is.
Yep.
Jonah Coleman, we talked about him, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Eventually, let's have to start running some digs.
Yeah, heck yeah, another good running back there.
And so he's going to be a day 2. So if they draft a running back, it's either going to be Jonah Coleman, I think, or that Emmett Johnson. I don't think he's too terribly big, but I think he's over 200 pounds.
Well, with looking at his yardage and stuff, I think a lot more of his touchdowns, he must have be pretty good at the end zone there and getting in.
And short yardage, yeah.
Because he had 15 touchdowns and 758 yards.
And he caught
so how to find that end zone.
31 passes, which if you're a running back in college and you're catching that many passes, you're a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. I like this name, Jack Dingle. I don't know anything about him. I guess he 18 total pressures from the linebacker, so he can rush the quarterback. Then, like I said, all these guys are going to be late day 3, late second rounder are UDFAs. Oh, there's Jack Dingle. The Dingle's going to get the Pitt quarterback. Andrew Simpson, linebacker, 6 foot 238. I like how sometimes they list the size and the other times they don't. It's like they're just looking for ways to fill the little blurb they write. But again, I haven't heard much about him. But again, the same trend, late rounds. And then Truman Weremeyer, fullback from North Dakota State. They need a fullback since CJ Ham is retired. I mean, he won't be drafted. I mean, I'm assuming he's 240, 250. I mean, NDSU, they're a run block. Well, I guess I haven't seen any tape of him. I don't remember last year. NDSU lost in the semifinals of the FCS playoffs. They were favored to win the championship. But I haven't seen him run. A lot of times they'll actually throw the ball to the fullback and have them run a bit for NDSU. Yeah. But he's not among the top 10 fullbacks in Mel Kiper's big board. What was that back in the day? Was it the Colts general manager? Who the hell is Mel Kiper anyways? This is probably the highest ranked guy. I kind of talked about him earlier. Caden McDonald, defensive tackle for Ohio State. Yeah, so this is a number 2 D tackle on the board. And he's quick to locate ball carriers, plays off blocks. So this would be the kind of the decision. Would you want to draft this guy or would you want to trade for Dexter Lawrence?
Well, we did re-sign, Jalen Redmond.
With our money, kind of have to draft him.
Yeah. Which Redmond, yeah. And then we're just going to have to look, with drafting this, higher end defensive tackle. Hopefully you can get a good value. Because I'd rather draft the safety, draft a corner in the earlier rounds, and address defensive tackle and center and running back later.
Yep.
We got Traden Stukes, cornerback for Arizona, 6'1", good length, ran a 4.33 40. Straight line speed for a corner doesn't always indicate a great player, just because they need to be able to change direction. Jacob Gill, wide receiver, Iowa. Not too exciting. Only caught in his 5 college seasons, only caught 75 passes for 884 yards. So
there's not trust him enough.
Well, he played for Northwestern and Iowa, so they're not the most high-powered throwing offenses. Cornerback Stephen F. Austin, 6'1" again, 4'1". So not the blazer that the previous corner was, but then I'm not sure why they combined these two, but Xavier Harris and Jaden Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Ole Miss. They both played for Ole Miss, so it must have been a pro day. Yeah, so that's what they're counting. And then Jacobian Guillory, the second D-tackle LSU, another late day 3 or UDFA. And I'm not sure if I've heard this name, Anthony Hill Jr.
He's the number 3 off-ball linebacker.
And then I guess Lance Zierlein, they're saying, compared him or his comp was Bobby Wagner, the old linebacker for the Seahawks back during the Legion of Booms. That's a pretty good player if he compares to him.
Yeah.
Oscar Delp, tight end for Georgia, ran a 4.44 40-yard dash, 6'5", so probably more of a receiving option. I'm not sure about his blocking capabilities. Doesn't mention that. He's the second tight end on the board after Kenyon Sadiq. This guy, Raja Nelson, wide receiver, North Dakota State, only 5'9", less than 200 pounds. Yeah, he's from Minnesota. Got Emmanuel Prego and Alex Harkey. I mean, this isn't too exciting looking at possible names. Rashul Faison. The Vikings had a running back. What was it? 96, 97 with the Faison last name. I can't remember what his name was. I just remember his last name was Faison. I think they drafted him in the first or second round. He didn't pan out at all. We got Jalen Kilgore, safety, South Carolina. Again, they're projecting it could be early second even late first round. So if they don't go for Thieneman,
really?
They might kind of slow play the safety and go with the defensive tackle first or corner first, and then draft the safety later on. Another tight end from this one's Lance Mason, Wisconsin. This guy must be more of a blocking tight end because he's only caught 30 passes in 1 year last year.
Not much at all.
And then here's another running back that we talked about earlier, Damon Claiborne for Wake Forest. This is one of the guys that they must have met earlier on in the top 30 process. But that's it. It's the last player they have. So I guess I didn't do the counting, but it's got to be near 30.
Yeah.
28.
Anything stick out?
Well, some of them, like the running back, Claiborne, is the one I'm thinking of?
The one from Wake Forest?
No.
One we talked about last. Otherwise, there's Emmett Johnson from Nebraska. He was the first guy on the list. And then there was, I think it was Jonah Coleman from Washington.
That's who I was thinking.
You know, is it Ted Hurst, that wide receiver?
Yeah.
He's been talked about quite a bit. And what worries me is that all these people are talking about him. So that just means that he's probably going to be drafted earlier than later, even though he's projected to be a later round pick. But no, I mean, these are depth players, and that's what they're hopefully find a John Randall in the mix, or an Adam Thielen, or a CJ Ham.
Yeah.
You ready to jump into our mock draft?
I was going to say something about Hurst. What I heard is that his stock is climbing in the draft there, so.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's had a lot of, he must have had a recent pro day maybe, but I've heard a bunch of Vikings pundits talk about him. Oh, that's what I was saying, is that it's going to push him up in the draft, and then it might become a reach as opposed to a project. I want to show you, it's kind of like showing pictures of your kid, I think. But I did, this is a mock draft I did. And I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 players. That Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, that safety for Toledo. Lee Hunter, a defensive tackle. Connor Liu, which is one of the top centers that they talk about. And then I drafted that Jonah Coleman. And that was in the 4th round. Not really other names that stand out there. But then another one, pretty much same thing, but I got that safety for Toledo. Got a cornerback, Brendan Safe from South Carolina in the 2nd round. 3rd round, I got Daryl Jackson Jr., defensive tackle. I got that Connor Liu again, and then I got the Ted Hurst in round 3. So,
what kind of grade did you get on that overall?
A- on this one. And the other one, I got an A. I was hoping to try and get an A+. But yeah, this is based on just I think this overall number of draft picks I got is what pushed it up to an A.
Well,
I like my traits.
I was talking about the pundits for the Vikings, these other guys. There's some that are saying that they would like to see the Vikings trade. Quasey did on the first draft, drop way back, and whatever. But at least pick up another couple rounds, like our picks, but, they end up at least with a minimum of 10 picks, and I don't know.
I don't know if they have enough meat on the bone to try and do that.
Well, the thing is, like what we were hoping for back in 22, you and I, Joe, some of the players and what they all did, Quasey do, drop all the way down. It's like, really? So, and on top of that, what did he pick up for doing it? He basically sold that round. What was it, 7th round or 12th round down to 30? He practically sold it penny on a dollar like type deal, Didn't get enough, returns on that, trading way back like that.
He didn't get enough returns on any of his drafts, really.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about, and we talked about after he got fired, is just the points and the value he lost in the trades, the contracts he signed.
Yeah.
And that's what they were talking about then. Then that's been the catchphrase for them, is stacking good decisions on top of one another, because they're pretty much indicating that he wasn't doing that.
Right.
On top of not bringing everybody together and being a good leader, he's, being away from it and causing division among scouts and the coaches.
Yeah. All right. let's go tour. You'll have to read off what you're seeing because I'm not going to put my magnifier projector up in order to try to keep.
Yeah, it reminds me of an easy bake oven when you bring that out. I'm gonna make some cakes. So right now, it's the sliders are on positional value less and draft needs more. Should I leave the sliders where they're at, or should I change it to where they're equal?
Yeah,
You could do it where it's equal.
change them down to, down low. Don't,
Might get some crazy stuff happening now.
I think we will.
Yeah, you got all kinds of trades probably every run.
All right, so we're gonna enter the draft, and in the past, I've traded, like when I was messing around, I just trade right away. I trade up to 10 or 11. Are we gonna stay put though and see if anybody wants to trade with us?
Good shot.
yeah, whatever works out.
All right, so we got trades. Again, like usual, we're stuck with like the tight end, wide receiver, and edge. If we draft the safety, he's ranked 21. We're picking at 18. We're going to get dinged on the grade. So we can move down to 20, pick up probably the Cowboys. I can probably fleece them for...
Trade the 20 for the 18, of course, and then
I'm going to try and pick up the 92nd pick, 177th, and 180th. And the 218.
right.
Nope. I bet you if I take that 218 off, they'll take it.
Let's try it.
They took it. So we still have him. We could also pick up this receiver. Now we're talking about best player available. Number one ability, versatility, has explosiveness, not caliber, NFL caliber quite yet, but has the potential to be the top tier at the next level if he continues to refine his technique. Or do we pick McNeil Warren, that safety from Toledo, the big explosive safety with a knack for creating turnovers? It's a potential impact starter in a box role.
Well, I think
All right, so then we have this corner that just fell in our lap. Chris Johnson, San Diego State, scheme dependent and best suited for off coverage rather than press. He excels with physicality, space, anticipation, and ball skills. And the Vikings play off. They play zone defense mainly. In Flores' first year, a couple of years, they did a lot of man, but they've been more zone lately. Cover 4.
He ranked 46.
We're picking 49. He's ranked 46. Otherwise, it's a guard, which we could use depth, but not this early in the draft.
No.
Or I could trade. No, I don't want to trade down all the way. I don't want to trade almost 20 picks down.
No, pick the corner, I would say.
All right, so all right. So for some reason, the 65 ranked defensive end is fallen down to us in the 80s. I can pick small edge defender who wins with quickness and pass rush IQ. His lack of length may limit sack totals, but he can contribute as a rotational 3-4 outside linebacker. Or we can draft that center from Auburn.
We need a good center.
I would say center.
All right, we'll get dinged a bit, but all right. Oh, we could have got this Jake Slaughter center from Florida. No trade offers. We already got one.
Yeah, but
We already got a center.
I don't care. Take him.
I guess our best guy's a run defender, kind of a 305, 6'4", 305, but he's ranked 94. Otherwise, the edge ranked 166th among edge defenders.
Oh,
So I'm not sure why he's right or this high in the ranking, although he's 6'4", 255. So I just wonder how he'd fit into a 3-4 defense.
Nah, what's the other one? The first one again? Center.
We could reach for Ted Hurst. He's ranked 97, or I could try trading with somebody.
Well, okay, all depends how far down. Who's up there? What spot?
I can move a few down to 95, but I have to get something up, which I could. How's that lopsided?
Well,
I need something from them.
I say, yeah, you need more from them.
And they don't really want to trade, so they might decline this. We'll see. They accepted it, so we'll see what happens. Nothing changed. I can try trading again.
I don't know if that's going to help us.
Pick up some more picks. Well, here's what I'll do. I'm going to trade down to 100. Trade the 9500. I'm going to ask them for the 203. Oh, I might get greedy.
What was the other team?
Oh, they took him. Damn it. No,
Damn
they
it.
took Jonah Coleman and Ted Hurst were picked.
Oh,
All right, so yeah, I got too fancy. But we can pick this defensive tackle without reaching too much. What else do we want? Running back?
yeah.
We're about 40 40 picks away from Emmett Johnson.
Okay.
We already got our corner, we got our safety, we got our center.
How about wide receiver?
The next one's Jason Stribling, and I think that's 112. So about 15 picks early, but I think this guy's short. 6'2", 210.
That's not bad.
I could probably we got 2 picks coming. I could trade that 100 again down to get near that area. I say we just draft that D-line, our defensive tackle here. Lots of trade partners. We'll trade down to 113. I'm going for the gold here. They'll take this though. They're gonna take it and they're gonna like it. Son of a gun.
Getting too cute, are we?
No, that receiver's still there. That does Jean Stribling. We're picking at 113.
From
Alabama, undersized but experienced and quick. He projects as a rotational linebacker with some starting potential. Otherwise, it's that Stribling, strong competitive receiver with natural hands and physical play style that shows up as a blocker after the catch and at the catch point. While he lacks the agility to consistently create separation, he has sufficient long speed to remain a vertical threat from any alignment. That sounds promising.
well, get
Linebacker. Yeah, let's draft that wide receiver. Shoot, I should have traded up.
Darn it.
Well, we could turn. That's 10 picks away. Well, let's see who we got. Tight end or tight end. Or we could trade down to try and get the Damon Claiborne at 171. We're already drafting at 177 again after this. But I could trade down.
Well, how far back would you have to go?
Probably 171, 170.
And we're at what? 163?
We're at 163 and 177.
Well,
All right, I'm gonna trade 163 for 171 and 247.
yeah, might as well.
All right, here we are at 177. So we could go DJ Campbell, guard for depth. No snippet on him. Our Eric Rivers, wide receiver, Georgia Tech. Build may limit his appeal, but there are flashes where he looks uncoverable. He offers depth potential with added value as a returner.
Okay. Do we didn't pick a running back, did we? We just got the.
No, we just drafted that Damon Claiborne
Okay.
from Wake Forest. Now this is depth because we got 177, 180, 196, 198, 202, 203.
Okay, tackle.
Yeah, check out that.
Has appealing build with a balanced athletic frame, making him a strong day 3 developmental prospect. He must improve his foot speed and play strength to reach starting caliber potential. 6'6", 300 pounds.
Not bad size, but I mean, okay. I'm thinking of a tackle. Which one you looked at, Wagner?
Emil Wagner.
Okay, and he's the top tackle.
Yeah, available. Yep.
Okay, how about we didn't get a linebacker, did we?
No.
He's too far down. We're just a few more, but we got another pick and a few more picks after this.
I say we pick this guard for depth.
All right, go for it.
And then we're back here again at 180, so we can pick this corner. No snippet, 6'1", 185. 79.5 rating last year. Coverage grade 81.2. Not the best in run defense, not the greatest in man coverage. But zone coverage, he's a 90.
You know, sometimes they gotta, I don't know. You guys pick which one.
That Jeff Caldwell is 181, that wide receiver. That was in the top 30 that we went over. He's the typical X-wide receiver worthy of a late-round flyer simply because there are a few players with this combination of size and explosiveness. He's 6'5", 215.
Well, he's got the height.
That's Calvin Johnson height right there.
Yeah, you know, what the hell? He could be a red zone target.
I'll let you guys make the decision.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Between the wide receiver,
I go with Jeff.
we're at 180.
180. So it'd be Trey Moore, 182. He doesn't give but at that height, 6'3", 250. That's more of an outside linebacker, so that'd fit the scheme.
Well, what do you guys think?
Linebacker.
Yeah, we need another linebacker or the receiver, you know? So
we're not picking again until 196.
Wow. So, yeah, go with the linebacker, I would say.
Everybody agree?
Yeah.
All right, so options, tight end, tackle.
Check up.
But he's going to be 24.
Tackle?
Yeah, guy graded poorly in 2025.
How about the tight end?
He projects as, this is the guy I was looking at. the tight end, 6'5", 255.
Yeah.
He's the size and build of an NFL tight end, giving him a solid floor as a rosterable player. He projects as a tight end 2 with value primary as an inline blocker. So he could take over for, what's our blocker tight end now? I can't remember his name.
Well, take over for, if you want to go a heavy personnel, if they choose to, he could be in there with Oliver. If you want to try to pass, Oliver can go out for the pass.
I know we're going to have Urisak. We're going to have, what's the other guy? And then we're going to have Oliver. And then we still have Hawkinson. But again, right now, it's best player available.
The thing is, what the deal is, what I'm looking at is this season could be, I hate it when I get a brain fart. But anyways, our tight end,
Hawkinson.
it could be the last year, because I think basically he could become a free agent. So the way they got the contract set up. So I would go with,
well, I mean, we're picking at 196, 198, 202, and 203. So really, so we could draft the tight end, then we'll go with him. All right. So then we have the tackle again, and then we have this Eli Heidenreich listed as a fullback.
we need one fullback. That's at North Dakota is.
No, that's the guys from Navy.
Let's check him out, his stats.
We've drafted him before. He's really ranked up there. He's not really fullback size, though, so I don't know why they have him listed as fullback. It's only 6 foot, 200 pounds.
You want a little heavier guy than that, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know why they reclassed him as a fullback, because when we drafted him, he was the running back, so we just took a flyer on a late-round running back.
Okay, the tackle, what is his stats?
75.4, 73.2, 76.2. Zone 81, overall run 74.4, pass block 69.7.
What is measurement?
6'8", 306 pounds, 304 pounds.
Okay, who else is there for grabs in the neighborhood?
There's another tight end. There's a defensive lineman, defensive tackle probably. Let's see. Nope, defensive end. We got 2 picks in a row coming up in 5 picks.
What do you think? Get the tackle then, or what, guys?
Probably go with the
John?
I would say, the fullbacks too.
All right, so we have an option here. Skol Wisniewski. He played for NDSU before he transferred to Texas Tech. He didn't play in 2024. 83.9. Projects as a box safety with good awareness and the ability to match up with tight ends, though limited range may cap his role. But he's ranked 200, and he actually has a little biography where most of these players aren't going to. Let's see if this guy does. Defensive line, how big is he? So this is 6'3", 350 pounds. And we don't know how old he was because he didn't show us his birth certificate.
And the thing, too, we don't know how, well, he's a big D lineman, right? Nose tackle type.
Yeah, well, 6'3", 250, or 350, yeah.
I think he's the one that's slow. Well, maybe. What's his name again?
The defensive tackle?
Yeah.
Cole Brevard. We can take 2 Coles in a row. Should we just do that just for fun? We'll take the safety, then we'll take the tackle because we got 2 picks in a row here.
Okay, go for it.
All right, now, there's this linebacker, 91.2 grade last year, 6'1", 240, so he's on the smallish size. Otherwise, there's another D tackle here, but he's 6'1", 290.
Oh, go back to the linebacker, was it? Or who was it you were looking at there?
This guy just here is the linebacker. Yeah, 91.2 was this PFF grade last year. I mean, that's honestly the highest grade we've seen.
I heard that name. Draft him. He'll be Eric Wilson's nightmare.
All right, so we're at 234. They have another safety. We just drafted a second safety, so I think it's either Nick Barrett, defensive line, 6'3", 320. Oh, man.
Well, does it hurt to have a third?
I guess no, we don't. Yeah, we do. We got, it's going to take a roster spot.
Who else is there that we could draft?
There's another 6'5", 205-pound receiver. I guess what was his? Oh, he only had a 57.9 PFF grade last year.
Garbage.
But he only had one drop. 13 yards is average depth of target. Only has 2 deep catches, though.
I don't know. I think be wasting a pick on. Okay, what else or who else could we get? We're picking at what now?
234.
They're right behind us. And we'll see what you get for a trade. Not much.
Yeah, no, they won't give me anything. We'll have to draft somebody. So draft the defensive tackle.
Might as well.
I don't want to. Well, we're gonna have 2 right in a row. I really want to pick this Devin Eastern from Minnesota. He's a D tackle, but we'll pick Nick Barrett, and then we're stuck. We could pick up. There's this Max Bradenson, 76.2 PFF grade last year, 6'2", 250. So he's a tweener of a tight end. Or that tall wide receiver. Or this guy played really poorly in 2025, 58.9 PFF.
I know.
So it's either another D tackle, wide receiver,
Boy,
or
is it-
reaching for this running back.
You got to pick at 240 again, so.
Yeah, and 244, 247, 49, and 254.
Now, when it says trade up there with 2, doesn't that show 2 teams? So if you've arrowed down.
Yeah. Problem is, if I trade for them, I have to. So they're not going to take it because I guess I could trade. Yeah, I can't make a mix in. I don't want to go into 2027 for trades.
guys.
This guy was 95.3 in 2023.
But, that could be the line, could be a lot of things.
Major ball security.
Line in 2023 and a crappy one in 24 and 25.
5'9", 222 pounds.
Okay.
It's a bowling ball.
Was that the running back or what?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Go into what do you call it, specialists. See what you can find for
you don't usually draft specialists. You mean like
a punter or a long snapper.
that's like 200 picks off.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I say we take a flyer on this wide receiver. He's 6'5".
okay, go for it. What the hell?
Well, look, this Devin Eastern fell in our lap. We'll have 4 defensive tackles. We'll have her pick, or we could pick this project QB.
Is that
the second
the Minnesota one you wanted?
This defensive tackle, yeah. This quarterback's supposedly the second coming of Patrick Mahomes.
Go for it.
Should I take that quarterback?
Yeah, my.
Yeah.
All right, tight end, safety. This is named to the lake.
He improved.
Solid overall athlete for an F tight end. Run blocking will not be a strength. His pass protection ability provides some inline utility. His best fit is a big slot option, likely in midday 3 range. Well, we're there. The safety, 83.6. Could be a special teamer.
Yep.
Go for it.
Here we are again, Devonta Smith. 5'11" on the shorter side. Might be a good nickel at some point. Oh, we could pick that Rasul Faison, who is on the top 30 list. We're getting him at a value, 251. Otherwise, there's this linebacker, 80 2024, 72 in 2025, 6'6", 225. Wow, he's tall.
What is he? Linebacker?
Linebacker.
Wow, he's big. I heard something about him, I think. I did.
Yeah.
Last pick, linebacker? I think we confused it.
Oh, what? Did we flunk?
Oh, they don't like that we drafted Connor Lewis instead of this Derek Moore. So B+, B+, A-. We got an A-, even though they said we should have picked that other guy. A- on that pick. B- on the receiver. A- on the running back, Damon Claiborne. A B, DJ Campbell, Trey Moore, the linebackers. Miles Kittleson, B+. Nolan Rusi, B. That Cole Wisniewski got an A-. Defensive tackle got us an A-. That Red Murdoch, that sounds like somebody in a Western novel. Nick Barrett, the defensive tackle, A-. Oh, that reach for that receiver, they didn't like that, C+.
No.
Devin Eastern, B. Jalen Daniels, B-. Jalen Husky, B+. C+, B-, which gives us an A-.
Oh, that's bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Not that many.
Reno and Wave, Rick Spillman. This is Rick Spillman's wet dream right here.
And surely not a ponder on that first pick.
No, not at all. You can't hate that.
No.
I'll save that to share later with somebody else. Show the picture to somebody.
Wow.
Well, so we'll have one more show before the draft. Next Wednesday, I guess. Are you gonna be able to record Wednesday?
I'm gonna try to. Should be out of class by 5, and I'm not sure. That should be back to the hotel by 5:30, so should be all right.
Okay. And I kind of threw it out there, maybe doing a recording of the draft, but we can talk about that too.
Yeah, I mean, I could, probably do some of that. I would just have to make sure I put her to bed during it, though. I would have to leave for a little bit.
Yeah, and then that'd be fine too if we had to take breaks and we'll just have to carry on. I just think it'd be fun just to get a reaction, at least the first round. Well, it's going to be the first round, the first night anyways.
I think that'd be fun.
And chance, I mean, if it gets boring, if it gets like, oh, this isn't worth it anymore, we'll cut it short. We don't have to do the full 32 picks.
Yeah.
All depends.
Yeah, I have to make it all the way till the Vikings get least, the very minimum.
Wherever they're at, where they pick. They might be like Joe, trade back.
I'm a little more apt to do it this way than Quasey was still in charge.
Yeah.
The Vikings are picked.
So how are we going to keep track of the draft,
It depends. It depends.
Depends.
I got to get quicker. I was delayed.
I had something that I was thinking about. I was going to use the word depends and say, I don't mean depends unless it can stand up to its weight or something like that. The draft picks, that's what it was. Yeah.
Did you notice my shirt? I didn't show you.
Go, Chad. Where you get that? Is that the shirts?
That's the shirt, yeah. Where'd I
How
get
does it
that?
feel?
Huh?
How does it
Oh,
feel?
The review is that it's not as soft. Like, it's not the high quality shirt that I thought it was going to be. It fits like, it's a longer shirt.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess if like you worry about your plumber crack showing, it's a decent shirt. No, but I think if you wash it a few more times, it'll get comfier.
Oh, okay.
It's not scratchy by any means. It's just not what I thought it was going to be based on the description when I ordered. So I'll get your feedback.
I got to have a longer shirt for my Dookie Doo belly.
That's me too. That's me too. Okay, so going back to the draft night, how are we going to keep track of the draft?
Well, we'd have to have TVs on in the background.
Well, as long as mine doesn't interfere with the show, I guess I'll just have to make sure my head is blocking it, I guess. Don't want to get nailed for copyright or YouTube.
Oh, I think even if it does, it'll be blurred. They wouldn't catch it. I'd probably end up just having it on my computer, just pulling up ESPN or something.
Yeah, either that's what I'll do. Either bring in a second computer or something. Have it up on the lawn.
And a lot of times, if you're even just, we can just sit there and talk and just have the draft tracker on.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the draft tracker is quicker than the TV cast
Right.
anyway. Oh, yeah, no, I think it starts probably 6:30, so it's gonna be a little earlier than usual for us.
Is it 6:30? I thought the draft started right at 7.
That was 6:30, but you might be right. It might be 7. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
8 Eastern in Pittsburgh. Oh, there you go. That meme kind of worked out then. Billy's parents are brother and sister. All right, I guess that puts a wrap on things. We'll see. I guess we'll have 2 videos next week. Double the editing fun. Anything else to close out?
No, I think we got it wrapped up.
All right. Just if you like this, just give us a thumbs up, subscribe. I don't know, leave a comment, something. Do something. Just click somewhere and do something with it. At any
what
point,
Joe
something's
said.
better than nothing. Night, everyone. Skol Vikes. Let's win the game.
Go back. Done recording?
Well, no, I was waiting for you to say something, but